Yeah, he was a surprise. He was a surprise. Yeah, he didn't pick the timing very well because I just started a new job. We had just moved we lived in a little, was back not that long after World War II, and housing was extremely hard to get in Australia, in Sydney. And if you had kids, no one would rent to you if you had babies. I mean, there's laws now they can't do that kind of discrimination, but then they could. So my dad helped us out. He saw this. What people used to do, they'd buy a block of land, because land was dirt cheap if you were way in the outer suburbs. And then they would build a one-car garage on it and make it into like a dwelling that you could live in. And then when they could save up, they would gradually build the house on that lot. Well, we lived in this little one-car garage, and it just had like one thickness of there was no heating or air conditioning or anything like that, and it was very tiny and very cramped. And Bill was a toddler, and found out I was pregnant, and I just started a new job. I was back in nursing. I went back to the nursing career in a local hospital, and the day I started, I thought I should get my period, and I got Neil instead. Well, it was lovely because it was really worked out well, because 6 weeks after he was born, there was just no room for two babies in that place. 6 weeks after he was born, we got a little house. Old friends of the family helped us find a really nice house. We got it at a very low deposit. And it was an old house, but very, very nice. 2 bedrooms. And he was an ugly little baby. He was bald-headed, totally bald-headed, and not a pretty child born. He was premature. But by the time he was 2 years old, he was gorgeous. He was like a little angel. He had these golden blonde curls all over his head. They just curled, and we let them go a little bit long, and they were just beautiful. He had these big blue eyes, and he was always smiling. He was always a happy, happy baby. Bill was a whiner, but he wasn't. He was happy. He would give you a big, toothy smile. And he was just lovely, but he was very hyperactive. He was jiggling and jumping all the time. But he grew up, and they were so different. They couldn't be more different, those 2 boys. Bill was kind of cunning. He could, he had his own way subtly, but Neil couldn't tell a lie, and he'd get caught every time he tried to do something naughty. He was just kind of very open, but very lovable, lovable kid.